Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be making an animatic, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I wanted to do something different for this video. I've never actually done an animatic before, but I've been a big fan of some huge people in the animatic YouTube space, such as Emirichu and whatnot, and I wanted to see if I could do an animatic in my style. So I took this Emirichu guide that she did a few video backs about how to draw emotions, because I felt like my way of drawing emotions was not expressive enough for an animatic. So I separated it into three categories: eyebrows, which you see me writing there, mouth, and eyes, basically. So now you're going to see me write eyes, and I separated into these three categories because I knew that when expressing emotions, you need to really use the eyebrows, the eyes, and the mouth, because that's how you're going to see like the different emotions. For example, I'm using this like happy emotion as an example from her guide, and it shows like her eyebrows are like raised up, her eyes are like very big, and you could definitely see like the emotion in her eyes, and the mouth is like open, like happy open. So yeah, so you could definitely see like how it's done. For the eyebrows, I know that you could have different ones, like the check mark one, the very neutral eyebrow, the happy round eyebrow, and that's just me like writing some there, because I was actually doing this as kind of like a study almost, using her style. Like I didn't want to exactly like copy straight from her style, like I wanted to put like this animatic in my style, but I wanted to use the guide that she gave us from the video and from the guide that she made for her viewers, as a guide, a reference guide of what to expect when I'm doing it. So for eyes, I knew that some are more like less expressive, more expressive, more almond shaped, some are round depending on the person is happy or excited and whatnot. And honestly, she had a lot of emotions up there. I didn't realize when I first looked at it that she had like emotions for like very her usual style and then very animated anime style. I thought it was like two different types of emotions, but it's actually the same emotions, just in different styles. So I took a bit from both the styles because I wanted my animatic to be kind of closer to my style, which I would say semi-realistic anime inspired style, but I also wanted it to be very much impactful and emotional, but also simple, so that I can actually do it in like the time frame that I wanted to get it done. So I made my animatics quite simple, like closer to a TikTok format if anything. And then you see me going on to the sad version of her eyes, because I wanted to like practice like the different emotions. So I was like, okay, what's the opposite of happy? It's obviously sad, so let's see how the sad looks. And the sad, you can see like the checkmark eyebrows, the very closed off eyes, the very sad looking mouth, and she even added some tears, which I thought was really good in conveying the emotion. And then I did the triumph one. I studied that one because I was like, that one is kind of interesting. I've never seen this actual emotion like actually in other tutorials, which is basically like half neutral, half checkmark eyes, very neutral looking eye, and then the mouth is very neutral with a slight like happiness to it, basically. And then the puff cloud to show that she's proud. I like that. And then the benevolent emotion, I wanted to study that too, because it kind of looks sad, but not like crying sad, more like exhausted sad, and I thought that was a nice emotion to portray. So I liked how the eyes were done. They're very lifeless and not really neutral, and then the whole checkmark eyebrow. So yeah, that's just me like showing the different emotions. Her chart is so helpful, so if you want to practice emotions, I recommend that you actually go on to her channel and actually look at this. We didn't collab or anything. This is just me being excited about this, and I really like that emotion. You're gonna see it in a little while why I like that emotion. But yeah, now we're at the second part of the video where I'm doing the speed paints for like some of my favorite panels from the animatic. So this was one of the first ones I did with the guy. He kind of looks kind of like off to the side. I didn't want him to be like sad. I wanted him to be like nervous, so I kind of added some emotions of my own. And these little things are going to be very quick because it didn't take me a long time to draw it, so the speed paint is going to be quick. And this one is like my favorite panel because it's both the girl and the guy. The guy is like determined to confess his feelings, and the girl is like, why are you talking to me? And I think that's really nice portrayal of this. The guy kind of reminds me of Scott from Scott Pilgrim. And this was by accident. It's just that I recently saw the show, and that's kind of like what was down my mind. But it's not Scott, don't worry. And then this one's my favorite one. It didn't take me long to draw, but it reminded me of the hollow emotion from Amy Raiju's like little guide. And I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be definitely good for the animatic. And then this one, I wanted to show the guy kind of happy. Like he pretends to be happy, but he's like dying on the inside. That was kind of what I wanted for that one. So I thought that was cool. And then the girl is like talking about like her new lover and it's not him, and he's sad about that. It's in the song. And she is like basically like proud. So I wanted to do the proud face, and then, you know, make her like confident and everything, like haha, I'm talking about the person who's not you. And then this one is one of my favorite ones too, because this one is like Cupid shot an arrow into my heart. I think that was the lyric, and I wanted to kind of like show like an actual arrow being struck down the guy's heart, so that's what I kind of went for. And then the last one is this guy being happy and whatnot, and that's what I wanted to portray in the emotion. So here you go. So I actually cannot post the full animatic here due to copyright reasons, but I am going to post a separate YouTube video, which I would not care about copyright reasons, hopefully it doesn't get muted, on a separate video so that you can watch the animatic from beginning to end. And I hope you guys enjoy the animatic because it did take me a good amount of time to actually do it. And I hope you guys like this version of my video, and see you next video. Bye bye.